Hello humans, today we are going to make a tunnel book. Now, I wasn't originally going to record this, so I already drew up two sheets, the background and the first layer with a pencil, including our character here. Now, I didn't really know what I was going to make, so I drew a bunch of leaves originally, and I was like, you know what, I'll do that, a whole bunch of leaves with some flowers. After we finish the pencil work, we're going to cut out the middle portion and making sure to save all the paper scraps we can because this is special Jessie paper. This is actually a collaborative project. Jessie makes the paper and I'm going to draw on them, and she is going to bind the book into a tunnel book. Continuing our usage of a pencil to sketch out our design and then an X-Acto blade to cut out the middle portion. I'm making sure I'm nice and gentle around these vines and a nice satisfying removal of the middle portion. Probably my favorite part of this whole process. It's just so exciting to see what it looks like without the rest of the paper. Now the goal here is to continue the design in a wider style, I don't know, I'm horrible at describing things. I'm basically making our borders wider and wider until we get to this portion here, which is the final layer, and it's very thin on the top, which I would think it's an oversight on my part. A little too thin. I probably should have made it thicker, but that's something we can fix in a later date. Once I have all the pencil lines all nice and in the perfect position, we're going to use a 12 size micron pen to trace all of those lines, making it pop. Another part, that's my favorite. I love the line work. It's so satisfying. I originally kind of wanted to do it just with pen, but since this was our first time collaborating on a tunnel book, I thought I'd just take my time. Moving on to the next layer. You can see I didn't record that portion. We love that. It's been happening a lot. I swear I did, but I guess my phone thinks otherwise. Moving forward though, adding more lines to this sheet and our lovely little flowers. I'm not sure what those flowers are called. Let me know in the comments, what are the names of these flowers? Do they have a name? What are they? Are they like Venus flytraps maybe? I don't know. And to the last layer, trying my best to be as gentle as possible. You can see how thin the bottom portion of this sheet is. Now, the tunnel book has been something we've been thinking about for a long time now. Just haven't had the time. Eventually, we finally did because we wanted to put it in our art show. Now, moving on to our little character that's going to be the focal point of our tunnel book. Kind of tracing all the lines, giving it a nice outline of black, and of course a couple of lovely eyeballs. Fairly simple. I think down the line I want to do something a little bit more complicated, but since this was our first time, I just had a good time. I might try to use a thinner micron pen and see what that looks like, but for now I wanted to stick with this. Now we're going to add a few extra details, some, I guess, random little lines, as well as some gray shadows to our leaves. Now it was right here I realized, I was thinking, I'm not going to color this, I'm just going to use gray. I'm going to add some extra details for the leaves and just use gray, but you'll see what I do eventually. I just like the look of the black and white. I thought it had this old-timey, early Mickey Mouse, maybe even over the garden wall vibe to it. But I took a picture of it, colored it on my iPad, and you know what? I decided, let's add some color. Let's bring some life to this piece. Using our Ohuhu alcohol markers, I started with a nice light shade of yellow-green for the first slide, and some yellow and pinks and purples for our flowers. Now what I'm going to do is slowly darken the shade of green the further we get in our tunnel book. Beautiful. Moving on to the next layer. Like I said, grabbing a darker shade of green, coloring just the leaves all the same color. I do go in and add an extra layer to this to add a nice shadow to some of the leaves that are covering the others, as well as those darker background portions. We did the same with the pink and the purples, a nice darker shade, just trying to kind of mimic a tunnel book, like what it is. Woohoo! And a nice darker shade, the olive green. You could try making a tunnel book yourself. It's kind of hard to envision in your brain. This project, for me, what I was drawing was pretty much all off the top of my head. My main goal was to just make sure that I had the hole in the tunnel book was getting wider. That was the hardest part. There's just a lot of different layers to this kind of project. It's hard to keep track of. And now for the background, a nice, really dark shade of green. Probably could have gone a little darker in hindsight, but I like it nonetheless, and it works really well once it's all put together. Now, we didn't get any footage of Jesse binding this book, so you'll see a nice transformation here in a little bit. We've been so busy putting together our art show. The reception's January 29th. The poster's up on my Instagram. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. This is our first ever collaborative art show. Every single piece in this show we worked on together. She made the paper, bound the books, all that stuff, and I drew in them. We're having a whole exhibition about it, which is really exciting, and I hope to do more in the future. If you have any galleries you know about, or if you're a gallery owner and are interested, let me know. I'd be happy to come say hi. Now we're going to color our little character yellow, because yellow is my favorite color and I just love it. And a nice brown for the antlers as well. Now I'm not sure what a good name for this creature would be. Maybe something mystical, or I don't know. Let's have you decide in the comments. Now, I wanted this creature to kind of appear further in the distance in between the layers, so I grabbed another scrap piece of paper, the handmade paper, a glue stick, and attached it to the other side of our first layer. I just thought it was nice and added some more dimension to our tunnel book. Now, after I pressed it and waited for it to dry, I decided the background needed to be dark a little bit more, needed to be darkened up. But after that, Jesse magically put it all together, bound it, and we're sorry we couldn't get any footage for this. We've just been really busy running around, but we're happy with the end result nonetheless. And look at that in all of its glory. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And if you have any questions about the process, anything we didn't show on camera, let me know in the comments, and I'll have Jesse read through them and answer what she can. And apologies again for my absence on TikTok Live. After the holidays, we started prepping on our art show, and I'm hoping to get back into it soon. But either way, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.